Good morning, students. Welcome back to one more session on entrepreneurship grade 11. We are still in the unit 1 where we are trying to understand the fundamental or the concepts related to entrepreneurship. Since there is a 1 month gap, I thought we'll refresh whatever we learned in the earlier session because this is critically very important for you to understand the further steps. Also, in your grade 12 again this will be repeated. So very important topic from exam point of view. Now the process of entrepreneurship is what we learned last in your previous session. What did we learn? The process of entrepreneurship starts with the entrepreneur. In between the activities is entrepreneurship, and finally the outcome is the enterprise. To make it very simple, entrepreneur is the person. This person, whatever this person is going to do, all those activities is referred to as your entrepreneurship, and enterprise is the outcome. This enterprise could be anything. It could be partnership, it could be sole proprietorship, it could be any business. It could be a pan dabba, chota sa pan dabba ka shop, या फिर a very big joint business like a Reliance Industry. It could be anything, students. So finally, for this enterprise to come into existence, this fellow is very important. He is our entrepreneur. He is very important. He is the person. Idea is ka, concept is ka, everything belongs to him. Clearly understood, children? So we are going to understand what are all the functions of entrepreneurs. Today's topic we will be covering the functions of entrepreneur. What and all he does to bring this enterprise into existence. To bring this enterprise into existence, what and all the entrepreneur does. Basically, the functions of entrepreneur are classified into 4 divisions for your exam purpose. Entrepreneurial function, promotional function, different kinds of functions are there. Managerial functions. So today we will understand the first set of function, that is entrepreneurial functions. Let's move to the PPT to understand the functions of entrepreneur. Hopefully you have clearly have an idea now what is enterprise. Enterprise is business. This business is there because there was one person who had a dream, who had a passion, who had an idea, and such a person is referred to as entrepreneur. And we are going to understand what are the functions of this entrepreneur. And the first category of function is named on him only, that is referred to as entrepreneurial functions. Clear? Let's move to the PPT. Right, so we will try to understand about the functions of entrepreneur. What are all the different sets of function, or there are 4 different sets of functions, children. Today for the purpose of the class we will understand only the entrepreneurial functions. Pause. Right, so here when we do the recap, what is entrepreneurship? I told you entrepreneurship is the outcome of the activities performed by the entrepreneur. The entrepreneur's idea, dream, passion gets converted into entrepreneurship. Now what is entrepreneurship? It is a set of activities that is performed by the entrepreneur. Now the entrepreneur critically to bring an enterprise into existence does 4 functions, children. 1. Entrepreneurial function, 2. Promotional function, 3. Managerial function, and 4. The commercial function. Today we will try to understand the entrepreneurial function. The first entrepreneurial function related to an entrepreneur is innovation. Innovation is a need of the day, children. I told you business is idea centric rather than product centric. Right? A clear an idea brings about a lot of change. Now, when we talk about innovation, that is considered to be the basic function of an entrepreneur. He should have an innovative mindset. Very important. Now here you say, as an innovator, the entrepreneur tries to introduce new combinations. He tries to penetrate into new market, new production, new product, new sources of raw material, a new kind of outlook, a new packet for the sales, a new change. Like if you take the example of Lays. Lays has been constantly innovating. Pepsi company has been constantly innovating in boosting. Although the sales are very good for Lays, they try new methods, Now the latest one is having a human face of, people having a smile so that, you can share your smile and then have a packet of Lays. That's a huge click. So small children specifically, they like it. Lays was also the company that introduced a black color packet for selling their product. Right? So the innovative thing, even a small change in the packet is also innovation. They introduce something new in any branch of economic activity. Now, for example, iPod, smartphones, induction cooker, solar energy enabled electrical equipments, all are what? They are all examples of innovation. Today we are in the world of augmented reality, where artificial intelligence is playing a major role. This is also innovation, right? Right. The first step, I think you have made it very, very clear, innovation. The second step related to entrepreneurial function is, risk taking. What is risk taking? Risk taking is nothing but it refers to the ability of a person to foresee the law. I know that there has to be some kind of loss. Loss is inevitable in business, but then something is better than nothing. I have to try. I have to make an attempt. It refers to taking responsibility for a loss that may occur due to unforeseen contingencies. We are not planning for disaster. We are planning for success. But sometimes loss happens. We have to accept, take responsibility, learn from our mistake and rebound back. That is what is intended about risk taking. And entrepreneurs reduces his, I am ready to face the challenge. I know it is very difficult. I am sure, I am aware, I am mentally prepared for the challenge. When you are mentally prepared to face any kind of consequences or outcomes of a process, then you are almost won, right? So uncertainty is there in business. Uncertainty may be with regard to investment, diversification, expansion, anything. Any business world is filled with uncertainty. You don't know when what will happen. Today coronavirus has come. Many businesses have suffered. So they are coming out with new innovative ways of handling the problem, dealing with the product. So now risk taking. They are taking the risk. Right? He or she is self-confident and highly optimistic person and willing to assume the risk involved in innovations. See, taking risk is a very big challenge. It requires a lot of charisma, guts, bravery, courage. Risk is not a cup of tea of every person. Risk is a cup of tea of an entrepreneur who is willing. The greater the risk, the larger the profit. Right? Now here we will try to understand one of the greatest examples of Dhirubhai Ambani and Alfonso Mangos that are there. I'll tell you about this story, even though I have put the photo of his son, but actually the success relates to Dhirubhai's vision, that is his father's vision and his enormous amount of risk-taking ability. Once what happened, when Dhirubhai was trying to expand his business, we know about Dhirubhai Ambani, how he is very good. There's not a single place that he has left which is a profitable venture. Everywhere he has made investments, he has diversified his product. He's gone into the footprint, he's gone into the textile, he's into petroleum, he's into chemical, he's into gold, he's into steel manufacturing, he's into everything. He's into construction, right? He's into everything. Now coming to your Ambani's example of manufacturing mangoes. Now what happened, there was one place near Jamnagar which was a vacant land and it was coming at a very, very cheap rate. A very reasonable rate where you can establish a very big factory kind of because there was very less population also in that area. And then the land, the local authorities, they have complained that the land is a barren land where no cultivation is possible. And since many years the cultivation had stopped because whatever crop they are trying to put, it doesn't come out very successful because the soil has lost its fertility. Repeated cultivation since ages and ages, and then it's a barren land and rain also is a great difficulty there. Due to all these things, the land was coming at a very, very reasonable rate. And he was told, he was having an idea of setting up a factory there because anyways the land is not good for cultivation. So Dhirubhai went to visit that place along with few of his office members. When he saw the face, when he looked at the land, many people who were in and around and locals and even his personal assistant told that that's a trash land. It is good for construction of buildings or it is good for construction of a very big factory. You can do no cultivation there. So that was the very reason Dhirubhai said, I will do cultivation there only. He bought that land. He started, he put mangoes. Mangoes require a lot of fertility of the soil is critically very important. It is not like any other plant. Mango cultivation is very, very tedious. He said, yes, I am definitely going to do mango cultivation there, and he proved the world wrong. He took the risk. He bought the land at a very cheap rate, 2000 acres of land, and today India boasts itself of Alfonso mangoes. It belongs to that place where Dhirubhai bought that land, and it was considered to be the most infertile land in our country. So he took up the risk. So you can go through the Google sites of this story. You will get to know a lot. This story was narrated by his own son Mukesh Ambani during one of his, and you know what? They are earning around $1,38,000. I mean, 1,38,000 trees have already been planted, and on a per annum basis, he says that not on a single year this venture has ever yielded a loss. It's always triple times the money that they invested in this land. So that much. So who has taken the risk? His father Dhirubhai took up the risk, and today these Alfonso mangoes are world famous. It brought name to India. but once an infertile land, today a land where Alfonso mangoes are grown. So some entrepreneur has taken the risk. So second important function is risk taking, which we have covered. Third important function is organization building. Now organization building means I am not referring to a very big building kind of structure. I am referring to all the factors of production. What are all the factors to produce, to manufacture a product or to start a business? What and all you need? You need men, money, machine, material. The 4 M's are required. Na? So bringing together the material, the machines, the computer system, light, fan, table, light bulb, everything that is related for the purpose of starting a business, whatever is required, physical things that are required, making arrangements for all those, hiring a place or renting a land, taking a place on lease, and then starting your business, keeping a table, chair, setting up an establishment, making cabins, all those things come under organization building. This is one of the important functions of entrepreneur. He has to bring together all the factors of production so that he can reduce the cost and he can optimum utilize all the resources. How much of electricity has to be used, water connection, all those factors that are related to production will be brought in by the entrepreneur. Q, why? Because idea is entrepreneur's idea to start the business. Vision is his business. Money, he is giving money. So he has to make arrangements for other employees. He cannot do it alone. He has to hire few people. But before hiring anybody, he has to make an office kind of setup ready. That setting up of an establishment of an office is referred to as organizational building. An entrepreneur is the final judge in the conduct of his or her business. I will decide how much of air condition is required. I will decide whether how much of fans have to be laid. I will decide what RAM capacity of system has to be placed inside the organization, because this business very much belongs to me. The success and the failure of the business, I am solely responsible. Thereby, I will be deciding and making arrangements of all these amenities and functions related to the office. So these are the 3 important entrepreneurial functions, children. The 3 important entrepreneurial functions are: first one is innovation, second one is risk taking, in which we saw the Alfonso mango example, and the third one is organizational building. So with this, I hope you have understood what we did in today's classes. Children, we understood about the basic process. The recap we have done: process of entrepreneurship starts with entrepreneur, then the activities that he performs is entrepreneurship, and then the outcome or the final result of his activity is the enterprise. Person, activity, outcome, right? You can also say person, process. You can also say process here. Then we are understanding the functions of entrepreneur, in which the first category of function, entrepreneurial function, is what we understood now. In entrepreneurial functions, we saw 3 things, students. Number 1 is innovation, in new things, innovating new things. In the फिर भी दिल Hindustani there is a word also, कभी नए पैकेट में भेजे पुरानी चीज, like that only. Even a new packet is also an innovation, right? So innovation, risk taking, and organization building are the 3 important entrepreneurial functions. I hope this session has made some sense to you. If you have doubts, feel free to ask back again. Notes will be sent to you separately. All the notes related to this are already typed and kept ready for your learning purpose. It will be sent to you. Thank you and have a fantastic day.